down the hammer and pick up the pencil. You're about to listen to the Savvy Radio Show. Learn from real-life real estate investors, experience revealed with the Savvy Landlord as your host.
What's going on, Savvy investors? This is your friend, Steve VanCauwenbergh, doing it, daily on the reg. You tuned in to the Savvy Radio Show, and I'm excited that you are tuned in, and I'm really excited about this material that I am going through. So I've been trying to work on the Be Savvy book club. It's a great idea, and my goal and agenda was to read more books and have accountability, and then my life gets awry. My son plays football, my daughter decided to play volleyball, and my little tiny one, she's in school and she's tired at night, and the evenings are not working out the way I would like them to work out, but I'm still going to read. And so the next book that we're going to read, I don't know anything or when this is ever going to happen, so be ready. But if you follow the podcast thus far, or you just started tuning in, you should be a reader. And I am reading Brian Tracy Goals. And it says how to get everything you want faster than you ever thought possible. And look up the ISBN. It's old school. It's phenomenal. ISBN, that's that barcode on the back, 157675235-6. And I definitely am going to do this. I'm so motivated from reading this that I was like, I'm going to do a class on this. And I don't know. There's so much material. And so I started reading it, and the great thing is that you should do this if you have any kids, that at night I read with my kids. And so this is a quality time that my daughter's reading her own book, and I'm reading right next to her, and I'm reading this book. So it's forcing me to read. So it's like I'm having my own home book club. So again, last night, my daughter's like, Daddy, would you read with me? I'm like, absolutely. I love to read with you. And I'm reading the book. So I've already read. I was reading like a couple of times before, and then I started reading again. Actually, it was actually the first chapter, Unlock Your Potential. And I was like, I'm reading it. This is good. I'm writing in it. And you should read. And when you're reading, you should write in books. And go to abebooks.com, ABEBOOKS.com. And you can probably pick this book up for $3 to $5. It's definitely worth it. It's a hardback. It's worth it. I mean, the original price on this bad boy was $25. I actually got this for free for $1 or $2 at a thrift store. Crazy. I used to love thrift stores. Used to read a ton of books when I was young. And I left thrift stores because they wore me out. But then my daughter is into thrift stores because she just wants to dress up all the time and performance outfits. And so I'm back into thrift stores, and when she's looking around for sequence design stuff, I'm over in the book section, and this book popped up, and I was like, oh, shucks. So I read this last night, and I had the pause, and I was like, dude, I got to do a podcast on this. And so bear with me. We may do a book club on this. If this impacts you in any way, let me know, and I will do it. So first of all, straight at the gate, chapter 1, page 7, all successful people are intensely goal-oriented. Are you? That's right. Snappy snap. I'm going to snap it on you. Are you goal-oriented? But the thing is that jumped out at me. Line 1, success is goals, and all is commentary. All successful people are intensely goal-oriented. I thought that was freaking nutty. Intensely. And I'm like, am I intensely? Yes, I am intensely goal-oriented. Is that how I got here? Thought that was interesting. So I'm reading the second chapter, and then the word clear. Goals increase your confidence. Develop your competence and boost your levels of motivation. Man, so anyway, let me give you all credit and glory to Brian Tracy. I believe Brian Tracy is I would say godfather. I don't know. That just popped in my mind. But if you're ever low, not motivated, need to change your life, you're hanging around the wrong people, get around Brian Tracy. There's no excuse. His stuff ranges from $4 on Audible. You can get an hour of Brian Tracy for $5 on Audible. You can get his used stuff. The guy has over 20 books, bestseller. Brian Tracy. This book is called Goals with Exclamation. How to get everything you want. All right, I already said all that crap already. So then on the last paragraph, clear goals increase your confidence. Interesting. Develop your competence and boost your levels of motivation. Just setting goals right there should just get you juicy, excited, and you should set them and, maybe even rewrite them on a regular basis. You should definitely visit them. My favorite time of the year is hanging out with my honeybee around November, December, and we go over what happened, what transpired in that current year, and what is the next year going to look like. I mean, we look forward to this. We take a night of abandonment. We go out to dinner, and other people are getting drunk. We're writing goals. We're getting drunk on what's going to happen in the future with our goals. On the last quote on here says by Tom Hopkins. Again, if you're into sales, he's the original before Grant Cardone. Goals are the fuel, that furnace of achievement. Goals are the fuel in the furnace of achievement. All right. So I'm reading along and I'm on page 8. I mean, like, I'm highlighting this stuff. I'm like, cool. And then I'm like, right there on the next page, I was like, I need to do a class on goal setting. And I was like, man, I don't know, man. Everybody already sets goal. My mind is telling me not to do it. And then I read this right here. And then I put in the side margin, I put slide, like do a class on it. It says living without clear goals is like driving in a thick fog. I was like, I can do a visual aid for that. No matter how powerful or well engineered your car, you drive slowly, hesitantly, making little progress or even on the smoothest road. Deciding upon your goals clears the fog immediately and allows you to focus and channel your energies and abilities. Clear goals enable you to step on the accelerator of your own life and race ahead rapidly towards your to achieve more of what you want. Man, that's what it is. Everybody's rolling around this earth in a fog. They go to school, get a degree, do this, do that. They don't even know what they want to do. And that's why people don't. And that leads into the whole reason why I even did this podcast today, is why people don't even set goals. And so I'm on page 9 and it goes, because of this incredible. So I don't even get into that. So then I'm like reading this thing on page 10. And this is where it just crushed me. And I was like, all right, I am doing a podcast on this tomorrow. And that's today. So here I am. It says why people don't set goals. I thought this is fascinating. Here's a good question. If your goal seeking is automatic, why do so few people have clear, written, measurable, time-bound goals they are working toward each day? This is one of the great mysteries of life. I believe there are 4 reasons. Brian Tracy says there's 4 reasons. And I was like, boy, howdy, bang, bang. Number 1, they think goals are not important. Man, I just said a little while ago that they make you clear. They empower you. They give you confidence. So if you think that goals aren't important, dude, you're probably not even listening to this. So, but first, most people don't realize the importance of goals. If you grow up in a home when no one has goals or socialize with a group where goals are neither discussed nor valued, you can very easily reach adulthood without knowing your ability to set and achieve goals. Will have more an effect on your life than any other skill. Oh my goodness. I was just thinking about all the kids at Whiz Kids that don't have goals, that their goal is just to eat for the day. Or the person on the side of the road that's begging. Look around you. How many of your friends or family members are clear and committed to their goal? Snap, snap. How many people are in your circle, your family, your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, your brother, your sister? How many are there are making goals a priority in their life? You've got to have goals. Remember, I said it earlier. I'm going to say it about 10 more times. You got to have goals. They give you clarity. They give you confidence. They give you direction. Number 2, people don't have goals because they don't know how. Now, if you grew up in a family or grew up in a home that goals weren't even the issue, I mean, obviously everybody has a goal. They just don't know How? The second reason, number 2, that people don't have goals is because they don't know how to set them in the first place. Even worse, many people think that they already have goals when they are actually having a series of wishes and dreams. Oh, shucks. I'm like, and he goes further to say fantasies. Like being happy or make a lot of money or have a family life. But these are not goals at all. They are merely fantasies. They are common to everyone. A goal, however, is something distinctly different from a wish. It is clear, written, and specific. It can be quickly and easily described to another person. You can measure it, and you know when you have achieved it or not. Is it possible to earn an advanced degree at a leading university without ever receiving 1 hour of instruction on goal setting? Come on, Brian, Tracy, bring it on, big boy. Is it possible they can go through life without? And then that's what hit me right there. I was like, dude, VanCauwenbergh, no matter what people think, you need to do a class on goal setting. It may be elementary to you, VanCauwenbergh, but there's someone out there that needs to learn how to set goals. It is almost as if people who determine their educational content of schools and university are completely blind to the importance of setting goals or achieving success later in life. And of course, if you never hear about goals until you're an adult as an experience, you would never have no idea how important they are to everything you do. Wow, that's just the power of influence. Think about it. This is only the second page. I'm on page 11. In this book that you can get at a thrift store for $2, that you can get online for $4, and it broke me already. Just like I tried to give some young buck a book today. Should I read it? And I'm like, dude, 10 minutes a day. This you can't. I promise you, if you read this other book, I should talk about this other book on another day. I'm going to keep you in suspense, or maybe I should bring that person on the show and they see it. This book is so powerful that I can only read it for 10 minutes. It is so powerful, there's not even an audible of it because you have to read it and meditate on it and marinate on it. See, the cool thing about Brian Tracy, man, he's just like point blank. You're dumb that you don't set goals. Point blank. And you got to pull the car over right now and start writing down goals. What's that goal? What's that? Not just maybe a goal to get married. I don't know. A goal to make how much money, when, and where, and how. What does it look like in 3 to 5 years when you're 25, 35, 55? I know that I'm turning 46 this month. I'm already thinking, what does it look like when I'm 50? What does it look like when I'm 55? Or I'm hanging out with an 86-year-old today, and I'm asking him, like, this is a question I've been trying to find out. What's it like? Your body's not the same, but what is your mind like? Are you still thinking like you were before? And it was interesting. The guy was like telling me about YouTube. I'm like, dude, I wouldn't be talking about YouTube like that. He's like, loves YouTube. And what he does on YouTube is watches symphonies, because he's a pianist. Fascinating. So powerful. What is your mind like? What does your mind gravitate to? Where is it going? Is it serving you, or is it a detrimental? Are the people around you, are they goal seekers as well? Or are they just holding you down, just doing the 9 to 5? Number 3. They have a fear of failure. Ooh, I thought that was the only. See, when I read this, I was like, I know this. I already set goals. I already achieved goals. And I know that's the number one thing is like, people are failure of goals. Well, that's number 3. It says the third reason that people don't set goals is because of the fear of failure. Failure hurts. Ooh, relationships hurts. Everything hurts. It's an emotional and often financially painful and distressing. Everyone has experienced failure from time to time. Each time we resolve to be more careful and avoid failure in the future. Many people then make a mistake of unconsciously sabotaging themselves by not setting any goals at which they may fail. Self-sabotaging. Like, 10,000 is too much. Or what? What is it? They end up going through life functioning at far lower levels than they're truly possible. I mean, dude, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, you are successful just for listening this far. I mean, how many minutes we got in here? 15 minutes on this podcast and you haven't hung up on me, right? Go to the next level. Set more goals. Do not undermine your ability and what you can do up, or just drift through life acting like it's not what you think it is. It could be all the things that you want it to be by setting a goal. I just spoke today, and it's just humbling to speak in front of all these older people, right? I mean, it's not what you think it is. Like, there's a bunch of senior citizens. But I mean, like, they've already lived a long life. How could I encourage them? How can I give hope? Or my title of my message today was Dare to Dream. And it was just fascinating that several people came up to me and I inspired them, even at an old person that has been through the test of time. Where are you in your goal setting? And number 4, they have a fear of rejection. I heard this from somebody else. I only wear certain clothes when I work out. That's a fear of rejection. Who gives a flying F? It's your life. That was the first thing I said when I spoke today. I was like, I used to be worried what people thought about me. When you get to a certain age, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not going to help you or hurt you. It's only your self-limiting belief. That's what I wanted to say to you today, and I could not get it out. It's your own self-limiting belief. I used to hate my body. A lot of people don't know this, but there was a time in my life where I cursed that I was alive. I would look in the mirror and be angry, and I had such the lowest self-esteem. I actually even contemplated suicide. I don't talk about this, and I don't want to bring any glory to this. I hated my certain body parts. I hated the certain things about me. And they were all self-limiting beliefs. They weren't even me. They were just conjured up things that I thought that the society was wrong. And now at 45 years old, the BBE, best body ever, #BBE, I actually enjoy being who I am today. You need to enjoy who you are. It doesn't matter if you got a big booty, girl. Don't worry about the big booty. Hey, God made you that way for a specific reason. You need to marinate in that. Do not have fear of rejection. The 4th reason that people don't set goals is because of the fear of rejection. People are afraid that if they set out a goal and are not successful, others will criticize them. Let me tell you right now, people criticize me. I wonder all the time what I say. Man, people know that I'm a millionaire. Some people don't know I'm more I get uncomfortable saying those things because I don't want to offend someone or ridicule them that I am and they're not, okay? This is one of the main reasons why you should keep your goals confident when you begin your. I don't necessarily agree with Brian Tracy there. Don't tell anyone. Let others see what you have accomplished, but don't tell them in advance what they know and that they can't hurt you. Now, I understand in your environment where you're in, say your parents are negative, right? Your mom maybe works 3 jobs, and my mom was like that. She was like, why do you give money to the church when we're broke? You love the church more than you love their family. That's the stuff my mom would say to me. And I was just like this young Christian, and I didn't understand. But I was compelled to give. Do not take criticism from other people. So be wise on who you share your goals with. The person that you're going to share your goals with, are they going to be accountable? Or are they going to hold them against you to see that you fail? So anyway, I can go on and on and on. And that was the 4 reasons. So let's recap. And then if this is good information, if this motivated you in any way, let your boy know, because I'm going to stop on this episode right here. But I'm going to recap, and then I'm going to end with something that really touched me on this book. Number 1, people don't set goals. They think goals are not important. Don't be that. Number 2, they don't know how. Number 3, they are fear of failure. They have a fear that they're going to fail. You're going to fail. The more you fail, the more you succeed. If you have a failure issue, read Failing Forward by John C. Maxwell, probably a pivotal book in my life. And the reason why that where I'm at today with so many units is because I just continue to fail. I'm failing right now in the commercial world. You got to fail forward to succeed. And number 4, they have a fear of rejection. Wow. Rejected. You're going to be rejected. It's going to happen. Deal with it. And I want to leave you with this. I thought this was interesting. This is on page 13 in the middle of the page. It says, most people start traveling aimlessly through an unmapped and uncharted world. This is the equivalent of starting off in life with no goals and or plans. No goals and plans. They simply figure things out as they go along. That was me. That was Steve VanCauwenbergh. For probably 35, 40 years of my life, I would just simply figure it out. That's where I'm at right now with this commercial stuff. And inside of me, I'm like raging. Who could help me with this commercial buying? What class can I find online that's not sketchy? Where could I go? Often 10 or 20 years of work will go past and they will still be broke, unhappy in their jobs, dissatisfied with their marriages, and making little progress, and still they go home every night and watch television, wishing and hoping that things will get better, but they seldom do, not by themselves. Let that not be you. Don't figure it all the way out. You got the message today. There's no excuse. Set one goal. If you've never set a goal before, that's okay. That's normal. That's okay. No one ever taught you. You may have never heard it before. You've heard of goals before. But really sit down, take a pen and paper, get in a quiet place. If your spouse is not down, deal with it. You be on your own. Go to the library. Write some real goals, as many as you can. This is Steve VanCauwenbergh. You tuned in to the Savvy Radio Show, SavvyPodcast.com. We got some cool events coming up. We got a creative financing class I'd love to see here in Oklahoma City. Savvy Boot Camp in Louisiana. Can't wait to be in Monroe. Hang out with some homies. Other than that, if you want to reach out to me, let me know if this empowered you in any way or form so I can continue on if this is the next book club.
What is the Savvy Boot Camp? Are you struggling to get to the next level as a business owner, as an investor? Do you want to multiply your income? Sign up for the Savvy Boot Camp, a strategic and supercharged one-night and one-day event designed to shortcut your learning process and propel you forward. Just value, no upsells, and an intimate setting to build relationships with like-minded investors. We will be covering how personality profiling can make you a millionaire, outsourcing and the nitty-gritty of maximizing your property management, scaling your business through systems and automation, technology hacks you should be using every day, and how to raise private money. Go to www.savvybootcamp.com now to register or to find out more.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at SavvyRadioShow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook and always be buying assets.